tried to find snow. We're losing snow really quick. Got up to a higher point in the Catskills. I'm going to go climb this mountain range. There's not a lot of snow. It's almost all gone. I got a doe tag for this zone, a bear tag, and a buck tag. So we'll see. Maybe we'll connect. I almost shot that big doe. There were 3 of them. 2 of them were like playing around like fawns. So probably a mother with 2 fawns. I had it right on her chest too. And the safety was off. I almost touched it off. But last second, something said, if you want to shoot a buck, he's on top of the ridge. Don't shoot her, or one might come under you. If it was a closer shot that I know I'm gonna get a good shot, not through brush, I probably would have done it. But because it was a little further out, and I'm just getting started. Good spot to kill a big buck on this mountain. Ma. I'm coming up that mountain and trying to get on them. I was all over the place. I should have just dropped down and tried to get steady, but they were on the move. That looks like a clean miss, so I gave them enough time. I'm going to go up over the ridge and see if I can come down on them. I'm seeing a ton of buck sign up here, and doe and buck sign all over the tops. You can't camp up here because they're going to get spooked. They're going to know you're here. So there's no point in trying to sleep down lower. You might as well just drive up and hike up. But this looks like a killer spot to shoot a big buck. Seeing a lot of good sign. That's a pretty far shot. Has to be close to 200, but they were on a run also. None of them were stopped. It was a real hard shot there. I should have just waited or not taken the shot. I just jumped him. I just jumped a herd. 4. Went up that ridge. They were watching me. I didn't even see them over there. It's another 200-yard shot. I jumped them up here. The good thing was I let them sit for about 35 minutes. And they were literally just sitting there waiting for me. I just couldn't see them. But got their tracks here, so I'm going to keep going and just working my way real slow. huge bed. What a monster buck track coming out of it. Look at the size of that thing. That might be the big one I'm after up here. Big buck. I can see where the big buck he fed. 3 different places. He's big. You never know, he might be out here. I can see 3 different feed spots. I might catch him up on one of these ridges, but there's a bunch of bucks up here, you never know. Alright, well, just a good spot for now to rest. I gotta put some hot hands in my boots. It's getting cold up here. And I don't really have heavy clothes because I was gonna walk, but my knee's giving me an issue all of a sudden. It's like stretching. I think all the walking yesterday on the high steep cliffs. Wait, today, and I got a pretty decent heavy weighted pack already. Plus the boots and everything, so I don't know, I never really felt that before on my leg, on my knee. So I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag, put snow in it, and I'm gonna just pack it on my behind my knee and have a sandwich. I'll just hang out here probably for a little while. Maybe an hour or 2 if I can. We'll see. I'm gonna just pop a squat and get some ice under my knee. Makes it feel a lot better. It's a perfect spot to ambush them on both sides of the cliff here. It's like a V and it's a funnel. Yeah, the snow is a lot better now that it's warmer. You can walk a little quieter. Still loud, but have a little bit of a better shot to walk up on something. I feel like I'm gonna get right up on them. Then they'll be down below. Shot a doe. That was pretty fun. I was following her tracks. There were a bunch of them. And I'm coming over the ridges. There she was. They all dispersed. I got about 60 yards from them. She ended up in these hemlocks and I just put her down. Ended up taking a nice doe here. Pretty happy with that, and I'll gonna get her all worked up, get her off the mountain, and needed the meat, so I'm really happy with that. But yeah, I just kept looping around and the snow started to thaw, so it was real quiet, and I was able to sneak up. I had a feeling I to watch. I could see their tracks. I was right on them for the last, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes coming down off the ledges. And I said, watch, I'm going to end up getting them on these cliffs. I'm going to come down on top of them. And I'm really high up here, so I'm hoping to get her in bags, cheesecloth. And anyway, I'm going to get her worked up real quick. I appreciate this so much. Not an old doe. She's a good doe, but she ain't old. She's young. So I'm pretty happy with that. First thing I'm gonna do, fill out my tag before I get all bloodied up. I figured, let me fill out my tag first. I knew if I was gonna sit and wait, and I said, I don't want to do this in the dark unless it's a big buck. And I ended up just getting on them and got on their track, not too far from that gully, and man, they were right off to my right. I knew they were feeding. They must have been bedded, and I jumped them up because I came over real quiet, so they didn't even have a clue I was here. Beautiful. That's why we do it. I put both hind quarter in here and get those on there like that. And then I did 3 bags plus Ziploc bags for the heart and the liver. Tenderloins, inner back straps. Those can go back here, underneath, and then chop. This is all like scrap meat that I'm gonna grind.
So being able to process your own meat and have the ability to do that, understanding what you're doing with your meat, how you're going to cook it later, it's a big part of why I do this and why I love doing it so much. When people accept wild game, they should understand how hard it is to do what we're doing and how much work it is goes into it, labor of love. But as you can tell, we're just pulling out all the fascia and the tendons, the ligaments, and everything like that to make really good steaks, cuts, back straps. Soon you'll see I'm doing chop meat here too with a hand grinder. But all of these different cuts, I make all different varieties of meals, and it's just something I've been doing my whole life. I really enjoy it. We also do jerky, which is something new for me, but my brother's been doing it forever. So I took his kick-ass recipe and I tried it out. But it really is fun to experiment, and because you're harvesting it yourself, you really don't mind if you mess up a little bit. You're still going to eat it, and you can always try it again next time. But it is something you'll be learning as you go through, and just really, really enjoyable to see this kind of lifestyle of sharing it with friends and family as well. And here's the finished product. Hope you guys enjoy this. Pretty cool stuff. I just wanted to share a little bit of why I do this and why I'm going for does. It's not always about antlers.
Before either, so I'm happy my brother gave me the recipe and it seems to have come out really.
Tell you what, I see a legal buck. He's going down to me.